Continuing with our practice of theoretical probability, we're going to flip 3 coins, and we want to explore the probabilities of certain events. So complete the tree diagram and make a list to find the sample space. So we can go, if the first coin is a head, second coin is a head, we can also get the third coin, which is a head, for a possible outcome of heads, heads, and heads. And if we keep doing that, we get heads, heads, and tails. That's where we get this. We can go heads, tails, and to the left we're going to go heads, and heads, tails. We can get heads, tails, and tails. Finishing that, we can get a tails first, and then a heads. We can get another head, so tails, heads, and heads. Then we can get tails, heads. Coming to the left is tails. And we could get tails, tails, heads. And tails, tails, and tails. So we know number 4. That's the possible sample space. Now, the question is, how many outcomes are in the sample space? Well, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, simple answer is 8. List all the ways to get 3 tails. Well, how many of our options here have 3 tails? If we look past, there's the only option. So the only ways to get 3 tails is to flip a tail first, flip a tail second, and flip a tail third. On to number 7, complete the expression to find the probability of getting 3 tails. So, looking at this, the number of outcomes with 3 tails, and over the total number of outcomes. Well, the total number is 8. How many of them have 3 tails? Well, up here, if we look, we have 1 right there, so there's only one way. Probability is 1 out of 8. The probability of getting 3 tails when 3 coins are flipped is, we're just going to write that again, 1/8. Now, what is the probability of getting exactly 2 heads? Alright, so exactly 2 heads. How many of these have exactly 2 heads? Well, let's see. That one has exactly 2 heads. That one has exactly 2 heads. And this one has exactly 2 heads. So I count 3. So there are 3 ways to obtain exactly 2 heads. And they give you the first one, heads, heads, tails. We can get heads, tails, heads. And we can also get tails, heads, and heads. The probability, now we're going to finish this, the probability equals the number of outcomes with exactly 2 heads. Squeeze that in. And over the total number of possible outcomes, total number is 8, and there are 3 possible outcomes with exactly 2 heads.